I know that it's Valentine's season. I know that some of you will be there, you're going through breakups, or you're just wondering, why isn't love working out for me? Why isn't love working in my favor? It is not your type, okay? It is not just bad luck, and it's not just what love is, or men are trash and da 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 da. There is an underlying reason why you were in this situation, and I'm going to call it out. I'm going to help you, and we're going to make sure that you're never going to be repeating these patterns ever again. So let's get into it. So all of the women that I've spoken to, all the clients that I've helped with who have continuously dated the same type of man, it's because there is a core wound underneath all of this that's driving it. And more often than not, it is a core wound from our childhood, specifically our dad. If you are the type of woman that is attracted to men that are very hot and cold behavior, indecisive about whether they want you or not, very avoidant or emotionally unavailable, you have had a childhood wound where you have felt like you need to earn or prove, or that love was very intermittent. Love wasn't consistent. Say, for example, if your dad was physically present but emotionally absent, that's why you're now attracted to men that are emotionally unavailable. If you have a parent that was inconsistent when it came to their love, like very hot and cold behavior, that is why you're addicted to the hot and cold behavior of men now. If you had a father that was super critical or was very demanding of how you perform, say for example that you were only praised when you got A stars at school, you now have to win approval from other people, which is why you are proving yourself to men that you are worthy enough. That's why you're an anxious, attached girl. You're attracting avoidant men. So whatever you experience when you were a child, that is how your nervous system has learned that love is meant to feel like. That's what love is meant to be like. And so now when you have a man, say for example, if you grew up with the belief that you had to really work hard in order to gain love and affection, like the A stars at school. If somebody came to you now as an adult and it was really easy and this person was so kind, but there just wasn't any spark, you're associating calmness, security, safety as boring because they are not activating this wound where you feel like you have to earn and prove yourself in order to get love. Like, love shouldn't be this easy. Love has to come with a battle. Like, I have to prove myself to this person in order for me to get love. So this isn't love. This is just a boring person, right? Your nervous system has learned that inconsistent attention is normal. So when you do have that consistent attention, that's not normal. That means that's not love. That means this person isn't my forever person. So back then when you were a child, your 7-year-old self made a decision that love doesn't come easy. I have to do X, Y, Z in order for me to get love and attention and validation from my parents. And the reality is this little 7-year-old girl is still choosing your boyfriends now because it's the blueprint that your nervous system is using. When you're meeting guys that are consistent, that are secure in their attachment styles, when they are a genuine good person, your body doesn't recognize that as love. It recognizes it as no spark, that boring, that where's the challenge in this scenario, because this isn't how it's meant to come. It's not meant to come. And that's why you keep attracting the same type of man. That's why you keep attracting the emotionally unavailable men, because when you have a man that's hot and cold behavior, when you have a man that is very indecisive about whether he wants you or not, when you have a man that's avoidant and creates that dynamic where you have to prove yourself to someone, this is your nervous system like, yes, this is it, this is what love is meant to feel like, this is my forever person. I'm feeling all of these butterflies and this all amazing activation, when really it's just your nervous system telling you that this is what feels familiar. And the reality is, when you're dating this type of, it's all from that core wound, usually from your father. And more often than not, the reason why you're dating these type of men is because there's a little part of you that wishes that this time it will be different. That if my dad couldn't do this, then at least I can find somebody that's like my dad, that feels familiar, but this time they can actually give me everything that I wish I had when I was a kid. But this is not chemistry. This isn't your forever person. You're just activating and trying to fill the void of the wound that you had when you were a child. And those butterflies that you're feeling, you're mistaking that excitement as attraction, as intimacy, as, oh yeah, this is meant to be, when really the butterflies is your nervous system in panic mode. When you're out there dating and you're seeing the same type of man, just with a different face, with a different name, you are not attracted to him. This isn't your type. This is your nervous system choosing what is familiar to you. You can't logic your way out of a subconscious pattern. So you have to do deep internal work to shift your worthiness, to shift the belief around what love is meant to feel like, what love is meant to look like. And that is exactly why I'm telling you this now, because the number one step to shifting all of this is by recognizing the pattern, understanding that this is something that you can change, and that this isn't just like the cards that you're dealt with in life, that you literally can change this. So number one, recognize the pattern. Number two, catch yourself in the moment when you're feeling it. Whenever you're feeling that spark, now that you have the information and the knowledge that this could actually be your belief systems, nervous system running the show, ask yourself, am I actually attracted to this person? Or is it just like the chemistry and the chase and the need to prove myself to them? Is that what I'm actually craving? This reminds me of one of my clients who was continuously dating emotionally unavailable men, to the point where this man was keeping a whole second life hidden away from her. We did so much work around her confidence and her self-love and her beliefs, and why she was ignoring her intuition, things that she knew was true, but she just wanted to ignore it because she wanted to feel chosen by this man. We've done all of that detachment work. We did all the rewiring about her own internal programs. And then she started mentioning about this one guy from work that has asked her out on a date, but she doesn't really feel like it because he's a bit boring. I told her, go on this date, because it's so important that you experience different experiences. And I said to her, just because he's boring doesn't mean that he is a boring person. It's just because your body is not used to being activated the way that it was with this previous guy. So she goes on this date, and then she goes on a couple more dates. And now, a few months later, she's texting me on Instagram saying that he's the love of my life, that thank you so much for pushing me to go on these dates, because this is what it's meant to feel like, spending Sunday mornings baking banana bread, and I don't have to worry about other women, because I've actually learned that that calmness and that boring guy is actually the thing that I need, not the thing that I want. Because actually love isn't meant to feel like a roller coaster. It's meant to be stable. So yeah, if you're choosing emotionally unavailable men, you're not doing anything wrong. It's just that your nervous system is doing exactly what it's meant to be doing, but it's just operating on an older program. It's like running on Microsoft XP, when, what even is the Microsoft now? I don't know. We're all using iOS 24. We need to update the new blueprint, and it's all about rewiring and embodying and finding evidence that this is what the new version of love is meant to feel like. But yeah, now you know, you've got the awareness. Now you can actually stop yourself in the moment, in the tracks. But anyway, I'll see you at the next one. Goodbye.